Welcome to the Joy at Work Center. We believe in joy at work because we believe that our daily work is God's daily walk. We are so excited about this third YouTube channel session. What a treat we have for you. An area of fulfillment for me in this joy at work journey is equipping leaders who can keep enjoying the unfolding of their amazing gifting and calling. I'm ever so thrilled to see that unfolding process. So you will see me showcasing these leaders from time to time. And today is one of those times that we want to showcase Dr. Desiree DeFlormont, our first certified trainer and chairman of the Joy at Work Center Global Ambassadors Board. Please join me as we enjoy listening to Dr. D's Joy at Work journey, learning more about her as a great leader, and also getting to know some more about her upcoming course, Joy at Work for Educators. Thank you so much, and I look forward to enjoying this session with you as we continue to grow together and as we continue to partner through this Joy at Work journey.
We are the scene of Him who is invisible. We crystallize the one who has no form. We localize the one who is everywhere. He is the one our hearts are yearning for.
Well, good afternoon, Dr. D.
Good afternoon.
This is wonderful to be here with you. You know, I was thinking today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. And in spite of all that is happening in the world today, swirling around, here we are, continuing our Joy at Work journey.
Yes.
Because we believe that our daily work is God's daily walk. And so
Amen.
It means a lot to me that I know you're dealing with a lot as well, that you would make the time to be here today. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
You're absolutely amazing. I'm Dr. D. I remembered when you became our first global certified trainer. Someone said to me, interesting that your first global certified trainer is also Dr. D. So I realized that is true, the very first certified trainer. And so I said to someone, I said, you know, not quite. There's Dr. D, just the D, plain and simple. And then there's a Dr. D with the letter E that I've always said stands for elegance. But as I was reflecting, I got thinking, your E always brought the word elegance to me. You add that to your Dr. D. You add that. But I was thinking that when you dress, when you walk into a room, when you speak, it's pure elegance. But today, as I reflected on who you are as a person, I realized that when we first met, which I think is about 4 years ago, I also noted the E on your Dr. D. And even then, when I thought of elegance, there was another aspect of that elegance for me. As I dealt with you in our friendship, as I got to know you better, most all of us have gone through bumps in our lives. And I know that you're no different. In fact, you've had some major bumps. And oftentimes we say, and we even sing, that when these things happen, we have to pick up the pieces and just move on. But whenever I think of you, Dr. D, I don't think of you picking up pieces. I honestly believe with all my heart that you were strong enough in your faith to leave those pieces behind and said, Lord, here I am, rebuild me, like clay in the potter's hand. And I believe that God has amazingly done just that. And so when I think of your E again for elegance, I think of how elegantly you have left those pieces behind and come forth in all that God has made of you, is continuing to make of you, and will as we go forward. And so I just want to say to you what an honor and privilege it is for us to have you on board with us, Dr. D with elegance. Right? And so in that vein, I'm excited, so excited to hear from you. The first question that comes to mind is your actual Joy at Work journey began in 2019. And when you think back of your own life, the path of your life, what brought you to this Joy at Work journey?
Wow, heavy question, Dr. D. But as I reflect on my life's journey, which is, as you said, has its bumps and its ups and downs, its mountains and its valleys, like most everybody else. But I think about my parents because, as you know, your parents are your first teachers.
Yes.
And they were my first teachers. And they always instilled in me the importance of education and spirituality. So I've been grounded from a very tender age. You know, that foundation was there. And I've had a personal nagging for the things of God. And I knew also that my purpose was to serve and add value to the lives of others. My true passion was always to be a teacher. I knew that from very young age. And it was made clear through the years that my pedagogical stance had been greatly influenced by what my parents taught me, and also my aunt, who was a missionary. So I spent, 40 plus years as a teacher.
Wow.
And serving with a passion the students, the parents, and other stakeholders that I encountered. And I also had the opportunity to head a couple of organizations, their boards, where we catered and we served children and senior citizens. So when I learned about Joy at Work, and I was led to this point in time, by my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Hoyt, Dr. Jennifer Hoyt, who introduced us. And as I learned more about Joy at Work, I got very excited because, of course, some of the values and the principles are what I practice and what I've been sharing, teaching, and also learning from others through the years. So I was very excited to hear about Joy at Work, and I wanted to know more.
It was also in 2019 that you took your first Joy at Work course. What was that journey like?
that would really transform my life. I like to think of it as a metamorphosis. You know, I started the course, I was like a caterpillar. And everything I wanted to learn, I ate voraciously, you know, and I wanted to learn everything about Joy at Work. And by the end of the course, I was a beautiful butterfly because I had learned all the various aspects of Joy at Work, about being a change agent, about being a transformational leader, about being a servant leader, and being able to, serve others,
Yes.
not putting yourself first,
Mm-hmm.
but actually thinking about the members of your team or your students and putting their lives first. So I was very excited about taking that Joy at Work course. Plus, I was able to meet so many awesome people in the course, in the class, and we were able to establish wonderful relationships, which I have to this day. And I know it's going to be sustainable relationships that we'll carry on for a very long time to come. But the course was wonderful, and I encourage anybody who is sick and tired of being sick and tired of things that go on in their work and the job, whether it's in schools or in their offices or in their homes, to take that Joy at Work course.
Thank you, Dr. D. You were an outstanding student, contributed so much to that course. And you were right, I don't recall exactly, but I think there were about 20-something students in that class from probably about 8 countries. And so it was amazing from where I was to look at that interaction and to see how everyone got to know each other, as you said, remain friends today. And that's one of the beauties of online, is that it's a 24/7 classroom. At any
Yes, it
time you can
is.
go in and you could
Mm-hmm,
communicate with
mm-hmm,
and bond and form relationships.
mm-hmm.
Excellent. And so as a result of how well you did in that class and all that you are as a person, you were invited to do the Global Trainers course as well.
Yes.
What was, I know it was an intense period for you, an intense journey. Tell us from your heart what that was like.
From the inception, once I was invited to be a part of the course, I made a commitment, and I wrote this scripture on my vision board. I have a vision board, and it says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans." That's Proverbs 16:3. And this gave me the incentive and the motivation to do my very best while trusting the Holy Spirit to take control. And I had a daily routine. Every day it included prayer. It included doing research, planning my modules for the course that aligned with my course content, and finally typing it up. That was my challenge in the course.
Typing it up.
I am not proficient, but you know something, there's nothing like dedication and determination
Yep.
to get you through. Yes, the course was intense, but I was excited because I kept creating, researching and creating, and I knew that the outcome would be fantastic, and that indeed God would help me to establish the plan. So I was very happy to be able to complete the course.
And congratulations, you also completed that course with distinction. A part of the course, that course process, is that you have to develop a course of your own. You wrap the Joy at Work around your focus in life, which is education, educators, and you actually stepped out and did your first seminar, Joy at Work seminar in Georgetown, Guyana, South America. Wow. So tell me about that.
Exciting, very excited. I was filled with excitement during the process going through it, but the fulfillment that I felt once we came to the time of the seminar was just unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I have to say thank you to you, Dr. Dan, and the team at the Joy at Work Center, and the young ladies and the young men on the ground in Georgetown who helped us to pull this all together in a matter of 2 weeks?
Yes.
Flyers and publications and getting the venue and the management and the staff at the venue where we were. Everything just turned out so wonderful. And to see the the faces and to feel, you know, the wonderful spirit and vibration of the participants who came to the seminar. It was just unbelievable. And
Absolutely.
it wasn't me, Dr. Dan. Believe me, it was all God.
Amen.
Really was. But the feedback that we got from the participants really warmed my heart because they said it was above and beyond what they even expected.
Oh,
And
yes.
so I was very happy that that came up, but I didn't
Praise
do
the
it on
Lord.
my own.
God is faithful, but
Yes.
your willingness has much to do with it. What amazed me, and I'm ever so grateful to you for your leadership, your calmness. That seminar happened during a very intense week of political elections in the country.
Yes.
And at one point, we weren't even sure what would
Mhm.
happen. But in faith, we stepped out. We believed that was supposed to be. And I think almost everyone who committed to attended, almost everyone. I think probably even the hotel was surprised that not only we kept the event, but that it was so well attended. And
Yes.
even I think one of the participants said that it was timely. It actually showed those leaders in Guyana who cared enough in amidst all that was happening to be there and to keep learning.
Yes. Yes.
You're right, I read every one of those evaluations. Amazing. To the point where they can't wait to attend the full course that you're going to
Yes.
develop. Another part of our certified global training class is that in addition to the seminar, you create a full 8-week
Of
course
course. Yeah.
that expands great on the topics, joy at work for educators. And it really thrills me because it's like joy at work taking legs and going into the various sectors of society. And you know it's badly needed in the education arena.
It
I
is.
say 8 weeks because, and it's an online course that we're developing
Mhm.
that again will be in a global 24/7 classroom, but that course can also be hybrid and it can also be in person based on what the customer desires to have. But
Yes.
I have also looked at the content of that course, and I myself am so excited. I know some of your attendees of the seminars want to be a part of that class, and later in this YouTube session, we're going to speak about that forthcoming class. Exciting! It's going to be on Monday, August 3rd, I think, 2020.
Heard.
Very,
Yes.
very exciting. Thank you for that. Amazing. So now you are our first Joy at Work Center Global Trainer. Wow. What does this mean to you now that you've made it through a tough course, seminar, and so forth?
Oh my goodness. I'm still very excited. I think I'm a pretty excitable person, but
Yes, yes.
this is just goes above and beyond. I can't wait to see what God has in store for us and for the trainers who are going to be
Yes,
coming
yes.
behind me. I know it's going to be awesome for them.
Oh, yes,
I
yes.
launching this course in August. It means a lot to me. And again, I didn't do it on my own. And I thank God and I thank you and I thank my mentees. I thank everybody who's been supporting me through this. So I just look forward to it. I
Yes.
can't wait to see what's going to happen. Yeah.
You're right. You do everything with excitement, with joy. You're a true example of a joy at work person, Dr.
Thank
D.
you.
You know, and also it's so exciting because you will also be the co-mentor in our upcoming global certified training or next training. I think we're going to have
Yes.
about 15 leaders from a few different countries around the world in very strong professions who also desire to wrap joy to work around their gifting and calling. That's coming up. I think that starts May 4th. So
Me.
we're lots of excitement this year. And so we're going to work through that. It's interesting because amidst all of this, the Joy to Work courses you've been taking, the seminar preparation of your own course that will be rolled out this year, we also, just around that time, started to realize it is the right moment for us to establish our Joy at Work Global Ambassadors Board.
Yes.
This year is about 10 years that we have been teaching the Joy at Work message. And I think we are now in about 20 countries in that we have been able to work with leaders in those various societies. And so we realize, it's time to form this board that can put a better frame around what we've been doing globally as we continue to grow in other countries. I think there are 196 countries in the world, so we have a ways to go, but that's okay. And so as we were forming this board, we too thought through of the many who passed through Joy at Work over the years, and putting all the thoughts and criteria together, here you are once again coming out on top as you become the first chairman of the Joy at Work Global Ambassadors Board. Congratulations, that's amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is truly amazing, and I am honored, Dr. D, and I'm not just honored, but I am humbled. I'm humbled to be asked to serve as the chairman of the new Joy at Work Center Ambassadors Board. It really feels sort of surreal to know the confidence that you have placed in me. And of course, I continue to be excited to have recently met and bonded with the two vice chairpersons.
Yes.
Awesome people. We really have established a sustainable relationship, and I can't wait to begin strategically planning for the future and implementing projects together. We will ensure that the activities that are aligned to the Joy at Work Center's vision and our mission, which is to serve others globally, helping them to experience daily joy from purposeful work.
Absolutely. And I'm absolutely confident that you will do that with your two amazing vice chairs,
Yes.
Ms. Carmita Miller and Mr. Luis Diaz. Fantastic.
Yes.
They have origins from Bahamas and the Bahamas and Puerto Rico, but also lived and visited the US quite a bit. So that it is so exciting because I see it all coming together as we traverse the globe and see where God is taking us next.
Yes.
So many thank yous for all that you have been and continue to do. So again, we are excited. Not only are you here, and indeed on the board, what was exciting is that your two vice chairs were able to be a part of your graduation.
Yes.
As the first global certified trainer. That was fantastic to see the bonding. It was immediate.
Awesome.
It was absolutely immediate. Handpicked, just selected, just great. We have our global training course that's coming up soon. We've got your course that's being rolled out. And I'm also thinking once things settle globally again, we also foresee you will be traveling to other countries as you meet with various ones as our chairman of the Ambassadors Board, but also teaching and mentoring in the various cultures. That is very, very exciting.
It is.
So I say stay tuned to everyone. Later on in this YouTube channel, we're going to talk a little bit more about Dr. D's background. We're also going to talk about the course that is being launched this year by her, the Joy at Work for Educators course. That's really, really exciting. So we continue to thank you. It's a pleasure working with you. You live Joy at Work, and that's so, so important to us. We pray that God will continue to gird you up, to give you the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding for all that He's put in your plate this week. This is the beginning of a fantastic further journey, I should say.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Dr. D, and we look forward to greater times ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
I will not look back on the things left behind. He shows me to follow Him.
There were so many others that he might have chosen to follow him. Others with learning and greater distinction to follow him. Men with authority and forceful ability, who know how to speak and be heard. Yes, Master. I don't know exactly why I'm here at all, but today I follow my Lord. You know, it was business as usual for me that day till I heard him say, follow me. I left all behind me when Jesus said, follow me. I emptied myself of my old life completely, with no thought that this could be wrong. Yes, Master. And as long as I follow the steps of the Master, I know I'm where I belong. For he chose me. He chose me. I could not say no when he said, follow me, and you'll be a fisher of men. Yes, Lord, yes. And from now on, forevermore, and from now on, I will not look back on the things left behind. He chose me to.
once again for joining us. We look forward to partnering with you for better homes, schools, workplaces, societies, and nations globally. Let us reduce our staggering global rates for suicides, domestic violence, bullying in schools and workplaces, among others. One precious life at a time, one day at a time. We do this through a variety of projects: training, mentoring, consulting, and speaking engagements. From our Joy at Work family to yours, we love you, and may God bless.